Hello guys, welcome to Everest Technologies. So in the previous video what we did was we created the APIs and we have made some manipulations to the database. So we have added, edited and deleted. So let's try that again. So we have our multiple APIs over here. So get all to-dos, send this. So we have all the to-dos, add to-do. So I am a new to-do, send this. To-do added successfully. If I refresh this, I have a new to-do, and if I go over here, the edit to do, I am edited to do, send this to do updated successfully, refresh this. So we don't have anything because we don't have ID 3 right now. So let's do this 4, send, go over here and refresh this. So I am edited to do, and to delete the to do, what we do is delete to do, and this will be 4, send this, to do is deleted successfully, refresh this, and the to do is gone. So we will implement this thing in our React application. So for that we have to go to our React application. So in here const, I'll declare a base URL here that would be our local host to React to do, because the only thing that is changing is this delete to do from here, edit to do over here, add to do and get to do's. So the static thing is this thing. So this will be our base URL. So for this, what we'll do is we have the base URL, we have this to do's array. What we'll do, we will just have a use effect or callback function inside the use effect and an empty dependency array. So inside this we'll make a fetch request. Not inside this, we'll create a separate API for that, so separate function for that, fetch to-dos. So this will be a async function. So let's go over here, const to-dos equals to await fetch base URL plus get to-dos dot php. So we have get to-dos.php, and I'll just console.log await, await JSON to-dos.json. So fetch to-dos, I'll call this in here. Let's refresh this. I think I have console something over here. I go over here and inspect console. We have some object and the data we have. This is to do 1, this is to do 2. So we have used the fetch to fetch the data from the API. So a JSON or response, let's do that, console.log response. If I do this thing, response dot data, save this thing. So with the response dot data is to do 1. So yeah, what I'll do is, this is an array, we have ID and to do in here. So what I'll do is I'll add this thing directly into our to-dos. So for that, what I'll do is set to-dos with response dot data. We have done that, but it won't work because in the to-dos we have only the string, right? So we have only added a string, but right now we have an object. So what can we do is we can go over here in the item. So let's do like this, return p, let's only display the index, and I'm console logging the item for now. So if I console log the item, it's app.js 62 So we have in the 62, it will be 1 is to do, this is to do, and 2 is this is to do too, right? So this is just a warning, we can handle this, but we have ID and the to do. So what we're gonna do is we'll just let it be what it is, like this, but instead of item, it will be item dot to do, and in the index, item dot id will be the best option right now. And I think we won't need the index, because the index will be also item dot id, and this will be the id coming from the data, and in here we'll have the id. Similarly, this will be also the id, and the to do is coming from, so it will be item.id. So let's save this, go over here. So we have 1 to 1 because we have this thing going on. So 1 and 2, we have successfully fetched the to do. So that is our first thing, we have fetched the to do. So even if I refresh this application, this to do is not going anywhere. So the next thing will be adding the to do. So for adding the to do, what we'll do is, when it is submitted, we have added to here, but right now what we'll do is we'll create a function add to do, that will be a sync function, and so const truths, this will be equals to await fetch base URL and add to do dot php. So let's confirm that again. We'll go over here, add to do dot php. We have this thing add to do dot php, comma. So this will take a method that is the post and body. So for the body, what we'll do is we'll create a form data. Form data equals to new form data dot append. What will append? So how are we expecting this thing? So we are expecting with to do, right? So we need to have this to do in here, comma, our to do from the state. We have appended that. So in the body, I'll give the form data, right? So we'll await the response. So if response dot success, because even if in the add to do, what we are giving is success or false, true or false. So if this is successful, then what we'll do is we will successfully add this thing to our to do, right? So what we can do is we can fetch again, but that would be, we can try that right now, because we can, let's do this then. Fetch to do's, we'll fetch the to do again, right? And prevent default, await, we don't need await, add to do, we don't need async to this thing. And after everything is done, we'll set to do to be the empty string. We're doing everything fine. Yes, let's try this one. If there is any error, then we can debug it. Refresh this. This is to do 3. So we have some fail thing. Let's inspect this. Go to the network. I'll go over here, fail to fetch, remove this. This is to do 3, add, no, failed to fetch. This is because, let's see in here. This is because of this thing, sh control allow origin, because in the get to do, you can see that in the get to do we have added a header. That is why it's working perfectly. But in to do we don't have that header. So what we need to do is we go over here, we copy this, we add to here, same for delete and for edit. So let's save all of them. Let's go over here, refresh this. So we have this is 2 to 3, this is 2 to 3 added, you know. So list this is another to do, add this. So we have this is another to do, so it's working. So for this thing, let's go over here, refresh this, and we don't need this thing right now because that was just a sorry, I think I deleted another thing. Okay, well, we need to do this. Okay, so let's go over here, refresh this again, and this is to do 3, add this. So we have add, I think we don't want that, but let it be for now. So we have successfully added a to do, and refresh. This is also being reflected in the database. So right now let's delete something like this is to do 4. We have to do 4. Let's go over here and let's delete the to do. Yeah, so const delete to do async, no, okay, we already have a delete to do, so let's not create a separate function, then we can do it again over here. Let's remove these then. So we have index, let's call it id, and make it, let's make sure that we are sending the id. So this is id coming, we are sending the id, and in the index we are sending the id also, and while deleting while giving the index, that means that we are sending the id. Okay, that's work fine, but to be sure, console log id. Let's go over here, let's look into our console, let's go refresh, delete, it's 1, delete, it's 9, so it's working perfectly. If I go over here, I'll remove this thing, we'll need this as async, and we want response await fetch, you know, we need id, so we also need form data that would be id, and we'll add our id, fetch base URL plus delete to do dot php, method will be the post, and body will be the form data, and const response will be await rest dot json. If response dot success, then fetch to do's. Write this code, refresh, delete, it's deleted, delete, it's deleted. So we have successfully implemented delete to do also. So the only thing that's remaining is edit to do. So for edit to do, we have everything the same, right? We have everything the same. I'll just copy this thing whole from the delete, paste it here. So instead of index, I'll write id, and it will be async function. We have to do going on here, but we don't have to do in here. So let's add the to do too. We have to do, instead of delete, let's do it edit, form data, response, everything will be the same, and everything is successful, then we are sending refetching the to-dos. So let's add another one. This is a test to do. Add this. This is a test to do. Edit this. This is a test and edited to do. This is a test and edited to do. If I go over here, if I refresh this, this is a test and edited to do. So like this, we have successfully added, firstly fetched, added, edited, and deleted the to do. So yeah, that is how we do this then. So yeah, that's all for this video. I hope you have learned something from here. There are a lot of things that are necessary to do or that have to be implemented. Likewise, something like every time, let's see. So every time we fetch, or let's say every time I add this is a to do. If I add this, so I also added a to do. I also fetched another to do, right? So this can also be minimized, but that's for another video. So yeah, I think that's all for this video, and see you guys in the next video. Till then, please like, share, and subscribe, and thank you for watching this video.